What is up, everybody? It is JT Sports. I am back, you guys, with another video. I want to give my thoughts on a report that has came out about the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff's future with the franchise. So reportedly, the Detroit Lions do not view Jared Goff as a bridge quarterback. They view him as the long-term answer for their quarterback position. Now, of course, a good amount of people responded to this report saying that the Detroit Lions were tripping, Jared Goff is not a franchise quarterback, and that Jared Goff is not good. Now, I disagree heavily with those statements. Jared Goff is a solid quarterback. You can win with Jared Goff. Some people have this weird notion that a franchise quarterback has to be an elite quarterback, and that's not true. You don't need to have a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson as your quarterback to be considered having a franchise QB. A franchise QB to me is a guy who can come in, run your system, win you games, and is a good leader on and off the field. Too many people are tied into these media conceptions of what a franchise caliber QB is. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are not the standard for what a franchise QB is. They're the standard of what a great young elite quarterback is. But a franchise quarterback doesn't have to be an elite quarterback. There have been numerous quarterbacks who have not been considered one of the best in the NFL who have won Super Bowls. You look at Joe Flacco, nearly a decade ago, won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. You look at recently Jimmy Garoppolo, who took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, wherein they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. So you do not have to have an elite quarterback to win games, make it to the playoffs, and to win a Super Bowl. Okay? So I hope that everybody understands the real definition of a franchise QB. I know everybody has their own versions of what they perceive to be a franchise quarterback, but having an elite quarterback doesn't mean that you have not had a franchise QB. Your franchise QB doesn't have to be elite. All he has to do is to be able to run your system, run that offense, win you games, and be a good leader. That's what Jared Goff is. Now, I understand that a lot of people may not feel that Jared Goff is a good QB. Now, I feel like Jared Goff is a solid QB. I feel like he's probably the 15th, 17th best quarterback in the NFL right now. His relationship with Sean McVay and the Rams went sour. It's like, okay, let's say you buy you a Lambo truck. So you go to the Lamborghini dealership, right? And you're picking out a car. And you see all green Lambo truck, and you say, hey, man, I want that. I want that Lambo truck there. They're like, okay, you got the money to pay for it? Heck yeah. Now, this Lambo truck is a lot of money. It's not cheap. So you pay the money up front, you get the keys, and you drive off the lot with your brand new Lambo truck. It has no miles on it. It's working good. No problems. Brand new. Fresh out the dealership. So you have your Lambo truck for the next 3-4 years. You don't have no problems with it. But then your Lambo truck gets to 70,000 miles. And then once you get to 70,000 miles, your Lambo truck starts to have problems. And when the Lambo truck has problems, you have to put out money to fix those problems. But the thing is, you don't want to put out money to fix the problems that your Lambo truck has. So you know what you do? Instead of paying out money to fix your problems, you just want to go ahead and trade the Lambo truck in. So you go to a used car dealership and you trade in your Lambo truck, and they ask you, why are you trading in your Lambo truck? And you say, because it has problems and I don't want to worry about fixing it. So you trade in your Lambo truck and you get you a used Corvette. And you drive off the lot with your used Corvette. It got 70,000 miles on it. It has problems as well. But you rather take those problems that the Corvette has because you feel that the Corvette is an upgrade from your Lambo truck. And that's similar to the situation that Sean McVay had with Jared Goff. Jared Goff was really good his first couple of years under Sean McVay. They had a lot of success in the postseason. They went to the Super Bowl. But after that 2018 Super Bowl loss to the New England Patriots, Jared Goff regressed. He had problems that Sean McVay didn't really care about fixing. So instead of trying to fix Jared Goff's problems, trying to, figure out what the key to the problems are, he just wants to trade Jared Goff and try to find an upgrade, which was Matthew Stafford. So Matthew Stafford is a solid QB. He definitely is an upgrade from Jared Goff, but he's not a picture-perfect quarterback. He has his own problems. But Sean McVay rather try to fix Matthew Stafford's problems than try to fix Jared Goff's problems. And remind you that the Rams put out a good amount of money to keep Jared Goff around. So they trade Jared Goff. They give up a couple of first-round picks in the process in exchange for Matthew Stafford. So essentially, Sean McVay traded out his Lambo truck that he didn't want to worry about fixing to get a Corvette that also had some mileage on it that had problems. But he rather deal with the problems of the Corvette than the problems of the Lambo truck, because he viewed the Corvette as an upgrade from the Lambo truck. It's like when you first meet a girl, you meet her, you take her out to eat, right? And when you're taking her out to eat for a couple of days, you're trying to get to know her. Then you get to know her. Your relationship's going good for the next 3-4 months. Then she comes and asks you, hey, can I move in? And you say, sure, you can move in. And then when she moves in, the first 2 months of her moving in go great. You have no problems. The sex is good and everything's going smooth. But then a couple of months later, from her moving in, you start to notice that she has problems. She's not the same girl that you thought she was when you asked her and said that she can move in. Then she starts tripping, and then here you are trying to fix the problem, but you don't really want to fix the problem with the relationship. You're just basically saying, you know what, bump it, we have problems, I don't care, I'm on to the next. So you see you see your next broad. You see her in Walmart, you see her down in the grocery store aisle, and this girl looks pretty good. You view this girl as an upgrade from the current girl you have right now. So you and your girl finally get into it, and you say, you know what, get your stuff and move out my house. So you move out, you help her move out, you help her get the stuff out the house, and then you called up the broad that you met at Walmart in the grocery aisle. And you say, hey man, what you trying to do? You trying to go on a date, so you take her out on a date. And then next thing you know, you forget all about your ex that you just get out your house because you view the girl that you're with now as an upgrade. That's kind of like how this Sean McVay, Jared Goff fiasco is. It looks like Sean McVay loves Matthew Stafford because he's been gushing over him. You would think he has a man crush about how much he's been talking about Matthew Stafford during minicamp. The way Sean McVay has been describing Matthew Stafford, you think Matthew Stafford is a top 5 QB the way he's been talking about him. So you look at Jared Goff. Jared Goff needed a fresh start. And I think that this is probably one of the best things that will happen in Jared Goff's career, because he now gets to hit the reset button. He gets to sit back and reflect on what went wrong with the Rams, because it sounded like he was really hurt. And I don't blame him. I don't think nobody would want to leave the city of Los Angeles. Beautiful city. You don't have to worry about cold weather. You got, nice areas, nice houses. And I think that this is probably going to have a big chip on his shoulder. This is going to put a big payback, in his mind of, hey man, I want to prove to Sean McVay and the Rams organization that they messed up trading me away to the Detroit Lions, basically giving up on me, because that's essentially what Sean McVay and the Rams did. They gave up on Jared Goff, and that is going to provide great motivation for Jared Goff moving forward as he finishes out the remainder of his NFL career. Sometimes players just need a change in scenery. A relationship may go sour, and you say, hey man, I don't have nothing against you, but I just feel like we need to see other people. The grass may not be greener on the other side. Matthew Stafford may be worse than Jared Goff, even though I don't think that may happen. But for Lions fans, I definitely feel like you can win with Jared Goff. I feel like Jared Goff definitely can be the long-term answer at quarterback for this franchise. I don't feel like Jared Goff is a bad quarterback. He's ranked like 15th to 17th in my opinion. I don't know. You guys have to wait for my quarterback rankings to come out, which should be coming out in the next couple of weeks before the season starts. But I definitely feel like Detroit can win with Jared Goff. Jared Goff has some major accolades. He took the Rams to the Super Bowl, and even if you don't want to give him credit for that, he still performed very well to get him to that point. He was pretty solid for his first couple of years under McVay. But last two, he has kind of regressed, and I felt like he needed to change the scenery. And I feel like him going to the Detroit Lions now is what he needs to get his career back in the right direction. So you guys let me know about Jared Goff down in the comment section down below. Do you guys feel like Jared Goff is a long-term answer at quarterback for the Detroit Lions? Make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and college football videos. And thanks for watching.